And the case for a chat here really being a tailwind from crude correction, appreciation, balance between pricing power and protecting market share. Ashish Soparkar, who's MD Meghmani Organics, joins in to talk more about this, and so does D. Ram Reddy, Joint MD Balaji Amines. Thanks very much, both of you, for taking out the time. Ashish, I'll start off with you first. A third of your revenue and over half of your profits come from caustic soda business, which doesn't see any major benefit from crude oil correction except in terms of energy costs. But what's the tailwind in costs and margins for agrochemicals and pigments business?
So first of all, I like to say that basic chemicals is also the profit depends upon somewhat to the crude oil pricing, because when crude oil prices go up, the coal prices, which is our main fuel, prices also go up. When crude oil comes down, crude oil prices come down, the coal prices also come down, and that also helps us. So crude price affects every business, more to pigments and agrochemicals.
Right. Since agrochemical prices are based on demand supply, you have to follow market dynamics in pricing. Also, there's the issue of supply disruption from China, which has already pushed up costs for the industry and yourself. How are you using current factors to your advantage?
That's right. China was ultimately one of the practically sole suppliers to agrochemicals in the world. They were for so many products, they were the only supplier, and India was very poor second or poor third. Now most countries and most companies have realized that they cannot solely only depend upon China. So they are using India as a secondary supplier and increasing their contribution also. So we have very strong export order books for agrochemicals, and for that we are maintaining our pricing, and even the oil prices have come down. We are very hopeful that we will be able to manage keeping our sell prices at the same level going forward.
Mr. Reddy, you use menthol and ethanol in manufacturing of your portfolio niche products. What has been the change in those raw material costs based on the fall that you're seeing in oil as well as the rupee appreciation?
Sign when the oil prices comes down, our feedstock like methanol prices comes down. That is a good sign, but only thing is it will take 3 to 4 weeks time to come to the realization to pass on to the customers. And the main challenge facing by the specialty chemical industry today, this is volatility. See, today is within short period, the oil prices, the way it has come down, one cannot go for the contracts. And like what we are talking about the Chinese all these days, everybody was depending on the Chinese, and because of these environmental issues, so now the Indian industry has got very good opportunity as a second supplier everywhere in the world. So presently, I am looking, as far as our industry is concerned, I am looking very positive thing in the coming months. If the things goes like this, definitely there will be good profitability comes to us because of the methanol prices, and very competitiveness will come in the world market because of the methanol prices. And the other part, ethanol, it's not much impacted because what we are using the present ethanol is the maize base, which we are taking from the USA. So there is not much impact on the ethanol prices.
Right. Mr. Soparkar, since agrochemical prices are based on demand supply, you have to follow the market dynamics in pricing, I guess. Also, there's the issue of supply disruption from China, which has already pushed up costs for the industry and yourself as well. How are you using the current factors to your advantage in a scenario like this?
Right. Yeah. See, we import very little from China as a basic raw material. Most of the raw materials are available in India, and we manufacture. We are practically a vertically integrated company, and that is, we are not so dependent on China. On the contrary, we are taking advantage of short supply from China in international market. As we export to 75 countries, if there is little drought in India or little less demand in India, it doesn't affect us. The demand is pretty strong worldwide, and it has become even stronger because of supply constraints from China. And that is the reason, if you look at our last year performance agrochemicals and this year's performance of agrochemicals, it has definitely improved in a very big way. And going forward, we also believe that we will be able to maintain our pricing, and even the crude oil has come down and the raw material prices may go down. They already started going down, but we should be able to maintain our selling prices.
Mr. Reddy, to what extent will you be able to retain the benefits as maintaining volumes and growing market share of higher profitability?
See, while passing on any increase or decrease in the raw material prices, when it is a downtrend, it's very easy to pass on because the receiving end will be happy to take in the prices. So that's the reason it's very easy. So we will be definitely having good sustainability for this coming months. And second thing is, as a short-term benefit, I can say for the next 2-3 months, because of this winter season in China, most of the plants will be down and may not be using the full capacities. That is one plus point. And for us, methanol, because of the restrictions on Iranian product in the European market and all, although Iran has got only option of the either India or China, and China being the winter season, definitely there's a good scenario coming up for the Indian methanol consumers in the coming 2-3 months. Not only that, China has got some of the cities, they have some blue sky norms for this winter. Definitely that will be plus point for India.
Right. Based on your first half performance, are you on course to achieve revenue of about 1,050 crores this fiscal, Mr. Reddy?
Yeah, definitely. There was some short in the last quarter, but I am confident that we will do definitely 1,000 crores. We will be doing it, and we should be in a position to maintain the same EBITDA margins and even PAT also.
Okay. Likewise, the same question for you, Ashish. Do you get the sense that the second half will look a lot better than the first half?
Second half will is always good. If you consider quarter to quarter, third quarter is moderate, but fourth quarter is always very strong. And we are very, very hopeful of crossing 2,000 crore for the first time this fiscal year. We already done 1,009 crore in the first 6 months, and the other 6 months, coming 6 months, look very, very promising. And we are very hopeful that we will cross beyond 2,000 crore this year.
Tell us about what your expansionary investments are like. What is it that you're putting into when it comes to your fine chemicals business? What will it contribute to from the next year onwards, Mr. Soparkar?
In Meghmani Fine Chem Limited, we have already announced an expansion of around 650 crores. The loans are syndicated, the expansion is in line, and various plants, chloromethane plant coming in the first quarter next year, 2019-20, and then the caustic chlorine expansion, hydrogen peroxide, all put together, all expansion should be in line in coming 1 year. The current Meghmani Fine Chem Limited turnover is around 600 crore. With this expansion going forward, we believe that a year after coming year, we should be more than 1,100 crore in Meghmani Fine Chem Limited alone. So probably 70 to 80% jump in revenue in that company.
Great insights. Thanks very much, both of you, for joining us and giving us a sense of how the crude comfort is rubbing off for your respective industries. Thanks very much once again for taking out the time and making sense of how the crude story is benefiting both of you.